Closing arguments in the trial of Ricky Garcia asked the jury to consider the case two different ways. Thank you for joining us. I'm Valerie Cavazos. A jury is getting the case of the former sheriff's sergeant. He is charged with sexually assaulting a female deputy 2 years ago at a party in his home. A 13 News reporter JD Wallace is live downtown with what the 8-person jury will consider. JD.
Well, the prosecution tells the jury to overlook the fact that this case should have gone to an outside agency and that there are some conflicting accounts, but the defense says the jury cannot overlook those inconsistencies. Santa Cruz County Chief Deputy County Attorney Matthew Cannon says Garcia was told by then Deputy, now Sergeant Chris Aquino, that the female deputy was too drunk multiple times. Aquino helped Garcia put her in a guest bed and opened the locked bedroom door to find her with Garcia, and she was in different states of dress but unresponsive. Defense attorney Louis Fidel says a recording taken by Aquino that night does not present that. That ring camera video on the front porch that night shows neither she nor Aquino were intimidated by Garcia. The DNA evidence on her clothing, her underwear even, shows presence of Garcia's DNA, but his defense says it could be through contact with other materials in his home.
This case is not about whether the sheriff erred in keeping the investigation in-house. It is not about whether witnesses that had left the party before any of the allegations that you're here to decide had taken place, whether those witnesses were available to be interviewed early on in the case. And it's also not about what degree of naked someone was before it's okay to use the term naked.
I could not disagree more starkly with the prosecution. This case is definitely about the manner in which the sheriff department investigated this case. And it starts with the obvious, not potential conflict of interest, obvious, actual, full-blown, right in everyone's face conflict of interest of the sheriff department handling the investigation.
The 8-person jury can consider lesser charges as well, attempted sexual assault or sexual abuse, but the defense says the jury should not consider any of these charges because they have not been proven beyond a reasonable doubt. The 8-person jury is expected to start deliberating tomorrow, and the wait for a verdict will begin. Live downtown, JD Wallace, 13 News.